This podcast is brought to you by Enlightening Learners Academic Coaching and Tutoring Services. In this presentation, we're going to learn to solve inequalities involving addition and subtraction. Your guided questions: how to use the addition properties of equality to solve and graph inequalities, and demonstrate the process, solve, and graph the inequalities. So we want to graph negative 3 plus t is less than or equal to negative 4. And what we need to do is we need to get t by itself. So we're going to use the additive property, which means that we're going to add 2 to both sides. What that does is cancel out, we're going to add 3 to both sides. And what that's going to do is cancel that out. And I'm left with t is less than or equal to negative 4 plus 3 is a negative 1. So above my dot on negative 1, I'm just going to write a negative 1 in here. I'm going to put a solid dot. I know it's solid because of this equal sign, and it's less than, so it means it runs to the left. So we're going to do this for the same process. I'm just going to go ahead and illustrate what I would do for each item. I'm going to add 8 to both sides. I'm going to add 3 to this one. And finally, I'm going to add 5 to this one. And what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to cancel this. And I'm left with x is less than 13. These cancel. I'm left with x is greater than 10. And finally, these cancel, and I'm left with x is greater than or equal to 1. So I want to graph these. I'm going to create a number line for each of these items. And I'm going to put dots above both. I'm going to create my numbers. Now, in this one, I'm going to have an open dot. In this one, I'm also going to have an open dot. And finally, this one, I'm going to have a closed dot. This is less than 13, which means it runs to my left, to my positive side. 0 will be somewhere over here. X is greater than 10. Well, 0 is going to be over here, and the greater than is going to run in this direction. And x is greater than or equal to 1. Now, pay particular attention to problems like this where your x is on the right side. We want to read it by saying our unknown first and relating our inequality to our unknown. So x is greater than or less than 1. So greater than runs to my right.